Yesterday we were discussing, it was probably the fourth class on the same poem. We also said this is the last part we are discussing in the last class, that is on Saturday. On their slag heap, these children were skins peeped through by bonds and spectacles of steel with the mended glass like a bottle bits and stone. So here we already explained on their slag heap. Understand the meaning of on their slag heap. Slag heap means it is the dumped material of waste, wastage in the kumbarangal. So here the poet also refers to the emancipated, weak, lean body of the children, which is lacking protein and health. So this rack heap can refer to the area where dumped materials are there. Waste materials are dumped. They are living among the slag heap, and also it can mean that the children's bodies are just like a slag heap. Means it is wasted. It is suffering from disease. These children wears skins peep through by bonds and spectacles of steel. These children are actually wearing, what do they wear? They are wearing spectacles. Why they are wearing the spectacle? Naturally, when one grows old, they will lose their eyesight and they have to take the support of spectacles. But here what happens is that these children are also wearing spectacles. When children wear spectacle, it means that their eyes are not functioning properly. It may be lack of protein, lack of good food and other things. So definitely the children in the slum school, why do they wear this spectacle? It is not a natural process. It is maybe that already we have mentioned that they have inherited the disease of their parents, or maybe after the birth, because good food is not there, they have lost their eyesight. And they wear skins peep through by bonds and spectacles are still with the mended glass. So their skins are, through their skins, their bonds are sticking out, and that is why their bonds are peeping through their skin. അവരുടെ സ്കിന്നിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്കൂടെ അവരുടെ എല്ല് പുറത്തേക്ക് തുറിച്ചു നോക്കുന്നു. And the spectacles that they are wearing, it is having a frame of steel, probably thrown away by somebody or given to them by somebody. But what about the glass? The glasses are broken. It is mended glass. Mended means repaired, damaged glass. How this glass appears to be like bottle bits on stones. Like this is again a comparison, a simile, like bottle bits on stones. Why bottle bits on stones? The poet is comparing the glasses worn by these children to the bottle bits. That means if you take a bottle and if you just strike on the uh, stone, how does this bottle get broken and lie on top? The same way he says that these children's spectacles are also broken into pieces. Even though it is attached to a frame, uh, they are not having good visibility, because we know that those of you are wearing glasses, you will understand that if it is broken, it is very difficult to use them, very difficult to see. Now, coming to the next part of the lesson, all of their time and space are foggy slum. If you consider the life of these children, you can see the picture here, slum area. You see, near that big buildings, small houses are there, which is just stick into each other. This is really the scene of a slum. All of their time and space are foggy slum. You see, this is a picture of a slum. It is covered with the fog. You can understand that the visibility is not there. Dusറ്റുകൾ കൊണ്ട് മറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലം. It is not a healthy atmosphere. All of their time, entire time of their life, all their space, wherever they are moving around, because their life is actually comprised of within the wall. There is no wall, I mean to say that area or the slum only. So entire lifespan and entire area which they are just moving and working is actually slum only. That means total their life is in the slum. So blot their maps with the slum as big as doom. You remember Out of the four things which was hanged on the wall of the classroom was one was map. The map was made by powerful people, we already said, just like Hitler and all that. And they partition that map and they give the name that this is the boundary of India, this is the boundary of America, this is the boundary of Europe, like that. So blot means stain, is a blemish. Blemish എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കളങ്കമാണ്. Existence of this kind of slum is a blame to the civilized world. The map represents, already we said, the achievement of the modern world, the luxury of the modern world. You can see there some big buildings are there in the picture. Out of these big buildings which are standing over there, you can also find that these children or these slum people are living in such a wretched, poor condition. The houses are almost crumbling down. Now, the civilized world, when they say that we have got this kind of achievement, our life is luxurious, we are living in all kind of luxury. But when you say that this kind of slum is existing by the side of the city, it is a shame. When you speak about a particular class, for example, every children study well, everybody achieve their what called goal. Are not coming up that level, or some children are lacking very much behind. Then, if we are the children or as much as to say a good level, it is a stain, it's a blemish, adur kalangamai theerum. So in the same way only here also. So blot the maps with the slums as big as doom. Doom means, what will be doom? Doomsday. Doomsday എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? അവസാന ദിവസമാണ് അല്ലേ? അതിന് പല അർത്ഥങ്ങളുണ്ട്. World, ജീവിത അവസാനം. It means also means hell. That means the existence of the slum is a stain, or we can say that is a ruin. It is same as hell. Hell is something which is bad. It is not liked by people. So existence of this kind of slum by the side of the city is actually a blemish to the civilized world. It is അത് നാശം വിതയ്ക്കുന്നതാണ്. Now coming to the last answer, the poet is actually expressing a desire that these children or these people who are living in the slum area should be freed from this bondage of slavery, of backwardness. They should be brought out, and they should also be given equal opportunity like the people in the city. So who can do it? Can they do it by themselves? No. Some of us will be able to achieve our goal with our efforts, but it will be much more easy when someone is there to support us. So here the poet says that unless governors, rulers are governors, rulers are inspectors. Who are the inspectors? Government officials. Visitors. Visitors means the people who come to this particular place. That means everybody. This map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. Earlier we said that the window in the context of the slum area means, window means world. This map becomes their window. Which map becomes their window? The map which is hanged on the wall of the classroom should become their window എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ഭിത്തിയെ തൂക്കിയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ആ മാപ്പ് അവരുടെ ലോകമായി മാറണം. രണ്ടാമത്തെ, this map becomes their window. This window you can substitute in your mind with the world എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ this map becomes their world, and this world, ഏത് വേൾഡ് ആണ്? സ്ലം ഏരിയ in which presently they are living, that shut upon their lives like a catacombs. So earlier it was said that their life in the slum is just as if they are living in a very narrow hole. Again the poet is again making a comparison here. Another simile is there. When they are living in the slum area, which is already referred as windows, And that window again symbolically means the world that shut upon their lives like a catacombs. ചേരി പ്രദേശത്ത് ഈ ചെറിയ ഏരിയയിൽ ജീവിക്കുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ ജീവിതം എന്തിനു തുല്യമാണ്? Living in the catacombs. The children who have studied history up to class 10, all of you have studied, you will understand what does it mean by catacombs. Catacombs means a underground grave. ഭൂമിക്ക് അടിയിലുള്ള ശവക്കല്ലറയാണ്. How can a person live underground grave? The living in the slum, the poet says that it is same as living underground to the slum area. I mean underground or inside catacombs, inside underground graveyard. Graveyard means where people are buried. Graveyard, many graves are there. In olden times, the dead bodies were buried in the catacombs. Catacombs എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അണ്ടർഗ്രൗണ്ട് ഗുഹയ്ക്കുള്ളിലുള്ള ഗ്രേവിലാണ് ജീവിതം. ജീവനുള്ള വ്യക്തികൾക്ക് ജീവിക്കാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കില്ല. But the life of the children, life of the people in the slum area are equal to the life living in the catacombs. Therefore, the poet says, what does he say? Break open till they break the town. പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? They should come out from their surroundings. എന്താണ്? ഏത് സറൗണ്ടിങ്ങിലാണ് അവർ ജീവിക്കുന്നത്? The surrounding in which they are living, they should come out. They should come out with the help of the people. It is the responsibility of all the rulers of the country. It is the responsibility of all the officials in the country. It is to bring up to our level the people who are lagging behind. It can be here, of course, the children who are living in the slum, they lack in education, they lack in good life, good quality. So they need to be helped. So when you say that break open has got two meaning. Here it means of the slum area. By whom? By governors, inspectors, and visitors. Again, another meaning is there that if you don't bring them out, what will happen? They will come out by themselves. It will be in a form of a civil war, by an agitation. They will feel that we are betrayed of our own benefit, and there will be disaster, there will be fight, there will be civil war, there will be problem in the country. So break open till they break the town. So here till they break the town means till they come to the town and enjoy the benefit of the town. They should be brought out from the surroundings of the slum area, and they should be given the privileges of the children who are living in the town, and show the children to. These children of the slum area should be shown to what? Green fields. They can see only in dream this green field in the slum area. But we are naturally enjoying this green field. They should be brought out into which place? To the green field. Again. And make their world run asser on gold sands. They let them experience the golden sand. സ്വർണ്ണ നിറമുള്ള സാൻഡ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു ചാൻസ് അവർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുക. റൺ അസർ ഓൺ ഗോൾഡ് സാൻഡ്. അസർ മീൻസ് ബ്ലൂ സ്കൈ. Above their head, let them have the blue sky. If you go to the seashore, you will find that golden sand, and above your head you can see the blue sky. Blue sky is considered as the optimum sky, means beautiful sky. What kind of sky do they have in the slum area? If you remember, it was lead sky, gray sky. It is not devoid of pollution. So what does the poet want is that the children should be brought out from the surroundings of the slum, and they should be taken to the city, and let them also enjoy the same life for the children in the city. So the poet is advocating equality of opportunity, equality of wealth. There should be a social justice, economic justice for everyone in this world. Just because someone is born in a poor family is not destined to live poor life throughout their life. He should try to come out, and those people who are privileged, they have the responsibility to bring them out from the surrounding in which they are living. So this is what poet says: let them enjoy the green field, let them enjoy the golden sand, and let them also enjoy the blue sky above their head. One more thing poet is telling: not enough to enjoy the green field, not enough to enjoy the golden sand, not enough to enjoy the blue sky. Let them also, he says, let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. Their eyes should run naked. Their tongue should run naked. Tongues. What in tongue running naked means the freedom of expression. They should have free to speak their heart out. അവർക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് സംസാരിക്കുക എന്നല്ല ഇവിടെ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Let them be given good education so that they speak sense, and therefore they will speak without fear. Imagine when you went to class, nursery, class 1, 2, 3, and now you are in class 12. Your freedom of expression, your way of expressing, your feeling of expression is different. When you get educated, what happens? You have confidence. When you have got confidence, you speak fluently, you speak without fear. So let their tongue run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. When people speak sense, when people are educated, when people speak sense, what they speak and their life will be recorded in the pages of the history. They become part of the history, and poet says that the pages of the history is in different color. It is in white and green. Different color pages are there for the book of the history. How do we become part of the history? How do the children in the slum school can become part of the history? They should be educated like the literary giants of the world, and let them have freedom of expression. Let them speak with confidence, and they will become part of the history. It is not for us to just take birth and leave this life on the earth and disappear. Even after our disappearance also, we should leave back behind our memory. How our memory will remain back? We should get educated. We should just speak sense. We should create things. We should do positive work so that we will become part of the history. So the desire of the poet is that the children who are living in the slum should be brought out from their surrounding. Let them enjoy the thrill of the green field, the golden sand, the blue sky. Let them have good education, and let them become part of the history. Coming to the last two lines. Why poet says that these children should become part of the history? Why does poet say that let their tongue run naked? Run naked means without fear they should speak. പേടിയില്ലാതെ സംസാരിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം എങ്ങനെയാണ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുക? When we get educated properly. The poor people, I don't mean that financially poor, the people who are poor, who are not educated, they don't have confidence. When we get educated, we have more and more confidence. We become mentally and physically strong. Mental health is very important for the physical health. So when you have mental health, we can speak without fear. And because poet says that if you are born into this world, we should be remembered. How can we be remembered? We speak sense. When we speak sense, we become part of the history. Because why? History is theirs whose language is the sun. The poet says that history ആരുടേതാണ്? History remembers only those people who has got the language which has got the warmth and strength of the sun. സൂര്യന്റെ പ്രകാശത്തിന്റെ കിരണത്തിനുള്ള ശക്തിയും ഊർജവുമുള്ള ലാംഗ്വേജ് സംസാരിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തിയെ മാത്രമേ എന്താ പറയാ ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഓർക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. They will only become the part of the history. അവർ മാത്രമേ ഹിസ്റ്ററിയുടെ പാർട്ട് ആവുകയുള്ളൂ. So the poet says that the slum children should be brought out of their surroundings where they are living, and they should be educated like the people in the city, and let them speak freely and let them become part of the history, because history remembers only those people who has got the language which has got the same warmth and strength as the sun. സൂര്യന്റെ കിരണങ്ങൾക്ക് വാംത്ത് ഉണ്ട്, അതിന് സ്ട്രെങ്ത് ഉണ്ട്. അതുമാതിരിയുള്ള ലാംഗ്വേജ് സംസാരിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തി, അതുമാതിരി സംസാരിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തി, അതുമാതിരി എഴുതുന്ന വ്യക്തി, അതുമാതിരി ചിന്തിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തിയെ മാത്രമേ ഈ ലോകം ഓർക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. So the children in the slum school have got a right to be remembered, and in order to remember, what we have to do is that they should become part of the history.